Hello and welcome again. My name's Guy Arnold, author of Great or Poor, Go the Extra Inch, Fab or Drab, all sorts of things. This video is all about the maths of customer experience. Now, everyone knows it's a good idea to give a great customer experience, and everyone wants to do that. But if it doesn't produce results, if it doesn't make money, then frankly, in the real world, there's no point in doing it. So this video is about the maths of the customer experience, how it actually helps you make money. Please remember, this material is new and different. It is copyright to me. It is licensable to you for a small fee. So please do contact us for a license, and please don't use it without one. Remember also that there's no quick fix. This is a systematic approach to the customer experience. This is all about changing the way people do business to make sure that the customer experience becomes the main point of delivery of the business, and that is then systematically used to build repeat business, upselling, cross-selling, referrals, and reducing costs. It can be done, it's simple to do, it's not expensive, but you've got to do it right, so please do contact us. Now, the starting point with all of this is that every organisation is trying to do a good job. Every individual in that organisation gets out of bed in the morning wanting to make a success of their day, and every customer wants to receive a great experience. So all three parties in this transaction want excellence. So it should happen every time, but of course as customers we know that it doesn't. So what's the problem? This is all blindingly obvious common sense, but it's very rarely common practice, and that's the issue. Lots of people try to train people on customer service and tell people to look people in the eye and shake their hand and do what they're supposed to do, and everyone knows that. It's blindingly obvious common sense. You look at most customer service training stuff, it's all blindingly obvious common sense. The real issue is, why doesn't it happen? So we will explain that in these videos, but for now, here is some information about the real true maths of customer service, customer experience. Remember, your customer service is what you see, the tip of the iceberg. The customer experience is what they experience, the 90% of the iceberg that's underwater, and if you sail too close to it or get it wrong, it will sink you. Okay, but of course, the other side of that coin is if you do it brilliantly, it can make you a fortune. So here are some facts and figures. First fact and figure, it's at least 6 times as expensive to get a new customer as it is to retain an existing one. Now, all this data comes from top sources like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Harvard Business School, University of Warwick, all sorts of different routes I have access to this material. But it's much more expensive to get a new customer than it is to get an old customer to return to you. So when I go into businesses, I say to them, well, what's your budget for sales and marketing? And they go, 100,000. And I say, oh, that's great. What's your budget for customer retention? And they go, what the hell are you talking about? It's absolute madness, isn't it? Customers are spending a fortune trying to get new customers, yet spending nothing on retaining existing ones, which is so much more cost effective to do and so much easier to do. So they could spend 6 times less on sales and marketing and be just as successful. Okay, so the very least they can do is reduce their costs 6-fold. So come on, this needs to be done. Good example of this is insurance companies, car insurance. When it's time to renew your insurance, you go to a comparison website or whatever, and they give you a great deal. They give you 12 months for the price of 10, and you think, fantastic, that's really great. Then when the year is up and you want to renew with them, they say, well, you've had your special offer, now it's 12 months for the price of 13. And that extra money is going to pay for the 12 months for the price of 10 for all the new customers. So what you've got is a leaky bucket that people are trying to fill up and fill up and fill up without even trying to plug the leaks. Come on, get serious, get real, come on. We've got to plug the leaks before we fill the bucket. Let's plug the leaks first. Wouldn't it be so much more sensible for an insurance company to say, look, in the first year it's a bit more expensive, then in subsequent years it gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Much, much more sensible. Okay, so lesson from this one is spend more money on customer retention and less money on gaining new customers. It's the way of business for the 21st century. New customers are going to be hard to get hold of. There's so much more competition out there. People have got less money to spend. Come on, retain your customers. Stop the bucket from leaking. This is the way forward. This is the way to do it. We can help you, and it costs so little to do. Come on, we can help you. Please just change this. This is so important. Second point of maths of customer experience is 90%. 90% of customers won't tell you when you've got it wrong. 90% of customers won't tell you when you've got it wrong. Who will they tell instead? Of course, they'll tell all their friends, they'll tell the world on social media. Okay? Good example, yesterday I was trying to buy a new car. The service I got, it was a Mercedes dealer, was absolutely appalling. Did I tell the Mercedes dealer? No way, because I knew they wouldn't be interested in listening. However, I have put a blog up to tell the world to avoid that particular Mercedes dealer. They were appalling. Okay? So 90% of your customers won't tell you if you get it wrong. They will tell the world, and the reason is because they know that you aren't listening. How can you resolve that? The answer is listen. The answer is put a systematic process in place to listen to your customers. A systematic feedback system that also builds sales. Okay? Now we can do this. It's called the Great or Poor system. Please, please, please get the book, get the CD, something. It's not going to cost you a lot. It's very simple to set up and it's phenomenally profitable and powerful. It really works. The next one is 65%. 65% of customer defections are caused by perceived indifference. Now what does that mean? 65% of the people who leave you don't leave you because your product or service is wrong. They leave you because in their mind you don't care. Unbelievable. We know it's true as customers, but how easy is it to show you care? And the simple way to show you care is put a systematic feedback system in place. The same answer for a different problem. The answer is the same. The Great or Poor system does this. Please, please, please get details of it. We can help you put it in place. Stop those 65% of customers leaving you for no good reason. They're just leaving you because they think you don't care. And they're probably right, because if you haven't got a system in place, you don't care. You're going to spend all of your sales and marketing budget on trying to get new customers, because you've got to make up the numbers. Next one is 38%. This is research from American Express, which showed that on average the difference in price between a restaurant that was absolutely superb in customer service and one that was just okay in customer service was 38%. The differential on the price that customers are prepared to pay for a meal out, which is a voluntary item, it's not a necessity, the differential was 38% on average between okay and great. Okay, so by being great at customer service, you can increase your prices by almost 40%. Wouldn't that be a good thing? Okay, the next thing is, the last one is 80%, and this is the really big one. 80% of customers will leave you saying they are quite satisfied with your product or services. We know that's true. 80% of customers will leave you even though they're satisfied with what you're doing at the moment. And the reason is better things come along all the time. Okay? The world doesn't stand still. The customer wants a better experience continually, and if you stand still, you're going backwards. 80% of your customers who are currently satisfied will not come back to you, will go somewhere else over time. Okay? Research again from Coca-Cola. So please, please, please get this right. You cannot have satisfied customers. They will leave you. Customer satisfaction is a recipe for disaster. It's slow suicide. Customer satisfaction is not worthwhile. What you want is customer loyalty and engagement, and the Great or Poor system is what can enable you to do that. Not only to engage with your customers and make them loyal, but also to get them to buy again from you and refer their friends to you and buy more stuff from you. This is the key thing. And if you do this great, they will do that and they'll be pleased to do it. And that's the way forward for business. Some real examples from my experience, and I've got a document on this somewhere here. Here is The Power of Great or Poor. Here's the document. Okay. And if you ask us, just email us, we'll send you a copy of this. Some real examples. A wholesaling company we work with, we charge them around about £1,000 a month to work with them, doing customer feedback. We do about 300 customer feedbacks for them a month. And their direct benefit, not including all of the benefit to customer service and improved systems improvement, etc., etc., has been so far around about £13,000 a month. So it's a 13-to-1 return on capital. Fantastically powerful. Another one, a pub restaurant that we work for, they use the full system, the Great or Poor score and the training, and they use all that, and they've improved their turnover over the time that we've been working for them by over 800%. Okay, so they've put the system in place, they've been working with us, improved the turnover by over 800%. One last one for you, and this is all available here, it's all transparent. A hotel we've worked with, we don't work with them anymore because they're going great guns and quite happy. We worked with them for 6 months and we did some training and we did some feedback for them, and the system and the process we put in place, and this cost them less than £2,000. The process we put in place moved them up from number 40 in their town on TripAdvisor to number 3 in 6 months. They moved up from number 40 to number 3 in 6 months. The effect on their turnover was a 30% immediate upturn in trade. Okay, it's very, very possible to do this. It's easy to do this, but you must do it right, and it's not expensive. So come on, get it right. We can help you. So please contact us. We can offer you free email top tips. We'd love to sell you some books and CDs and all that sort of stuff, and they're not expensive, and we'd love to work with you. We have associates all around the world who can work with anyone, so please do contact us. Contact costs nothing. We'd be delighted to talk to you anyway. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.